Live! War Dragons Aftermath, the live stream, the season launch. Hello everybody out there in Twitch and YouTube. This is your host, PG Galileo. We're gonna get started in about 5 minutes. Sit back, relax, grab a coffee, grab a sword, grab some food, and chill out. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm
Grab a sword.
Pretty excited about that. Alright, we have to see. We're getting started in 5 minutes if you're out there watching. In chat, no sword, nines, grab a sword. But watch out, because swords, well, they're what's the, oh no, I forgot the saying. Double-sided sword? That doesn't sound right.
Double-edged?
It's a two-sided sword. I don't know what it is. That doesn't sound like everything. Ooh, listen to this music. It's like a little epic, little. All right, we got to see how I look without my hat on. I'm wearing a hat, everybody, but I'm gonna unleash the Kraken, which is what I call my hair when nobody's around. Nines. Oh boy, the hair is looking pretty wild today. Ooh, I look like Johnny Bravo. It's gonna happen. I'm keeping it. Hey, baby. Alright, we've got about 3 minutes left until we start the live stream. So, everybody get ready. This is Seamus O'Kraken, your Scot from Scotland. I'm Glaswegian. Is Glasgow in Scotland? Yeah. Glasgow. Yeah, that's right. Glasgow. Do you know this? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Do I know of the city?
Do you know what Scotland is?
No.
Alright. It's
Never heard of Scotland.
Scotland is a fictional book about skirt-wearing warriors.
Braveheart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I saw that. That was a good movie.
That's exactly.
That would be a cool place if it was real.
Alright, so we've got some requests. Sound like a pirate. Yar me matey! I be scrubbing the poop deck with my lips. And why? It's totally normal on a pirate ship to scrub the poop deck with your lips. Yarr! Alright, that was my pirate. Whoever requested that. I don't know how many impressions I can do. My parrot is also me wife. We have 3 children. We don't understand how the biology makes sense. Yarr. This is why I'm going to get canceled. That's it. RDM. That's why. Well, Galileo was talking about his wife who's a parrot.
I can't wait for next season's mythic, Galileo's wife. It's a parrot-shaped dragon.
Taco says, do an impression of me. I can't, Taco. I can't do it. I don't want to sully your good voice and good name. But maybe I can try. Gal, where's all the pictures? Put stuff in the fold. I've got stuff to make. That's Taco. I don't know if that's a good Taco. Dad, don't beat me up, please. Gal, please, you didn't send me my bounties. It's so true. I'm making fun of you, but it's actually me making fun of myself. Because if I didn't give you something to complain about, you wouldn't complain. Okay, we're gonna get started in about 1 minute. Oh, I can't do SpongeBob. I don't watch SpongeBob enough to know the voice. Squidward. I don't know. Sean Connery. What's a good Sean? The thing is, I'm going to be doing what's his face doing Sean Connery. How about a nice game of tennis, Trebek? You know, it's like a PGRDM. Welcome to the stream. My name's Sean Connery. I play James Bond. Somebody, this guy writes, you guys could just be quiet until it starts. That's my favorite comment. And with that comment from Robert Jacoby, we're gonna get started. All right, this is it. This is Aftermath, and I am PG Galileo. Oh, there's two of me. Oh my God, why is there two? Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, well, there's two things on screen. I don't know how to get it off, so you're going to see me here. Oh, I know what that is. Hold on a second. I'll fix it. I will fix it. Boom. All right, my goodness. I thought we were set up for a bad thing. I was not happy about it, and we're back. Okay, so PG Galileo here, coming to you live from my bedroom, and we're also here with PG RDM, which means PG Red Mage. PG RDM, say hello.
Hello.
That was it. Okay, that was a short hello. All right, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Aftermath. This is one of the first times I think, and I'm going to just say it's true even if it's not, because that's how I get through hard situations where I don't know something. I think this is the first time that the season has matched up in a sort of sequential order with lore. So we had the Celestial Rift, Zul's Rebellion. Zul's like, I think you Celestials aren't doing things right, I'm going to do it my way, and all the other dragons are like, you shouldn't do that, and then some of them were like, well, Zul's got a point. And then this season is Aftermath. They had a huge war. This season is the aftermath of the war. What happens after wars? What are the politics like? Who's dead? Who's alive? Who's resurrected? We got a good resurrection this season. This is Aftermath. We're going to get started as soon as I turn down this music. Give me 1 second, because it's just a little loud and a little too happy for me. Okay, much better. Much better. All right, RDM, let's introduce ourselves before we talk. We've got 3 Gymmers. I think that's what we call ourselves. We've got 3 Gymmers on stream today, although one is hidden because he has a secret identity, or she has a secret identity. That's PG9s. PG9s is in the chat. Nines, introduce yourself in the chat when you got time. I'm not going to wait. And then we have PG RDM, who's below me. RDM, who are you?
Hi, I'm PG RDM. I am a content designer on War Dragons, so I mainly do dragons, towers, balance, sometimes cool new features. Yeah. Nice to see you all today.
RDM's here. We're going to pour some out for our dead homie PG Lawson, who's working on another title right now, which is going to be super dope, which will tell all fans of PG at some point what that is. But right now, we don't have PG fans. We just have War Dragons fans. And maybe there's some overlap, but maybe there's not. I'm PG Galileo. I'm the senior community manager at War Dragons. I was like, Pocket Gems? I guess it's probably not true. And then we have Nines, who's in chat, who's introducing himself. Now, let's get started. No more goofing around. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. The launch of a new season. The new season's going to be loaded with some new stuff. And, yeah, we're going to get started. Here we go. To the presentation. Primary presentation. No, we did the flip. It still works. Oh, I'm getting so good at this, RDM. You think after a year, you know.
Oh, my gosh. We've been doing this for a year, huh?
I have, at least. Yeah, I guess you started bopping in here. Oh, shoot, my mouse disappeared. Oh. Okay, here we go. This is week 1. Let me see if I can find my mouse, which disappeared. Incredibly. Okay, this is week 1. And that's week 3. Okay, so let's check it out. We've got a few things going on. Let me see if I can put... I hate my computer. Okay, so you can't see our faces. We're back. We're good to go. Okay, week 1. Here's what we got. Jalkan. Kenarix, our mythics. Up at the top. 20 keys to get those this season. This season's not going to be that much different from last season, everybody, so luckily there's not going to be very many surprises in terms of the cost rising and everything. We've got Akuma, who's the discount dragon. Super dope. We've got Sumat. We've got Maribel, the offensive dragon rider. We've got a base boost discount. We've got the Celestial Rift Sigil Redemption branch at the beginning. We got a mini tower branch coming. It's a mini tower branch coming up. And we got a mission boost branch, which I think is new this season. Kind of cool. Got an extra key in it. It's going to give you some mission boost stuff. Excellent. Okay, so that's week 1. Let's go to week 2. Week 2 coming up as soon as I figure out where I put it. Boom. Week 3 is what I meant. Okay, week 3. We got Axie coming. That's the Resurrection Dragon. Axie's coming back. 37.5k sigils. Got the little stone there. We got a little bit of time branch. It's also happening. And we'll be having tower levels 123 to 125, I believe, coming out around this time as well. All right, let's look at week 6. Wave 2 Riders going to be, this is Wave 2. Wave 2 Dragon will be there. We'll reveal those later. A new tower branch. And when I say new tower branch, I don't just mean, listen, kids, I don't just mean it's a new tower branch. I mean, it's a new tower branch. We're going to have a new tower coming up this summer. Oh, yeah. We're going to release them, I think, every 6 months from now on, okay? So I think that's the new thing. Do we have anything to say? Now, did you... Okay, RDM, let's dispel some of the myths around this. Did you work on the new tower?
I did, yeah.
Is it cool?
Oh, the coolest one yet, for sure.
It's the coolest one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I've seen some pretty unsavory nicknames given to some of the other towers, so I'm excited to see which ones pop up. There's going to be a new tower. It's really cool looking. I saw the art. Can you give us a little hint about it, just like, for people joining us in stream?
Yeah. So this new tower, we did things a little differently. We worked really closely with art to make sure that it fits the style of the existing towers in the game, because we got a good amount of feedback that some of the towers that we've released in the past aren't 100% the way that people envision the world of War Dragons. So we worked really closely with them to make sure that it looks good, and it looks amazing. It has really awesome new animations that I'm excited about, and it does some pretty important stuff. It does some stuff that you might be familiar with that's pretty important. That's your hint.
Does it make sandwiches? Ooh, that silence is not good. That silence is not good. There are other important things.
Can we push back the release? Do we have time?
We don't have time to push back the release. We're going to make it a summer making tower. Actually, the summer making tower is my roommate. He's very tall. The sandwich making tower. He makes great sandwiches. He's huge. He's my sandwich making tower. I've already got one. I didn't have to pay any season keys for it. Okay, let's move on. I hope my roommate doesn't watch. He's going to be like, is that how you think of me? He doesn't talk like that either. Ikuma. Okay, so this is Ikuma. Let's check him out. Not only are we going to check out the picture of Ikuma, which we're doing now, but we're also got a little surprise this time around. We're going to watch the Ikuma video. All right, I cannot control the volume, by the way, so if this is loud, turn it on.
Ikuma is a hard-to-kill invoker that excels at evading or blocking damage. Ikuma's empowered attack is Invoke Inferno, which heavily damages a single tower. Like other single-target empowered invokes, this spell should easily take out one tower anywhere near Ikuma's level. Ikuma's durability comes from its dual defensive spells, Smoke Form and Persevere. Smoke Form is a long-duration cloak spell that increases Ikuma's breath damage when it expires. Persevere is a shield that blocks all damage and mage super shots. Because Persevere is blocked by blue mage towers, you'll want to take those out when Smoke Form ends. Then, quickly activate Persevere's shield. Ikuma's final spell is a red offensive blast called Incinerating Bolt. Incinerating Bolt launches a swift blast of fire at a random nearby tower, completely obliterating it. Ikuma's dual defensive spells can get it through some very challenging bases, but the dragon lacks healing ability, making recovering from mistakes challenging. Ikuma flourishes with careful rage management and can fight through some very powerful bases when flown well.
That was dope. On a rope. We did it. We conquered the video. Oh no. Okay, so we're going through Akuma. All right, let's talk about it. Nines, why don't you tell us what you think about how Akuma looks? Write it down, and RDM and I will discuss it in person, of course. All right, so Akuma for me, big winner. Kind of looks, he's got his two heads, right? Two heads are better than one. He's got a cool mask on. He kind of's got this turquoise red feeling. He's on fire, and we see, if you look closely, the arrow's stuck in his belly. So, this is definitely one of the things we wanted to highlight here, with the art being consistent with the lore, the narrative of War Dragons, and the dragons coming out of a huge battle. So these are veterans of battle. That's who we're going to be looking at. This is Akuma. This is pretty dope.
Super cool. Yeah, I really like the asymmetrical masks on the heads of the dragon too. Like they got different personalities. They like different headwear. But I think it's awesome that he looks so like battle hardened. The arrows are cool. Like the burning up like banners, like he's a flag bearer on his wings. I think that's
cool.
Super awesome.
I didn't even notice that.
You can really see them when you fly them in game because they face the front of the camera. But awesome look.
Awesome. And Nines has got some inspiration that he's talking about in the Twitch chat. So if you're on YouTube, you're missing Nines' comments. Sorry about that, YouTube. Twitch is the better channel. Don't tell YouTube we said that. Okay, let's look at what Akuma's got going on under the hood. Akuma is a legendary fire invoker, and his invoker, and this is his portrait. This is G the Horror. G the Horror is a magical child, looking pretty psychopathic, which is fun because you kind of see like kids doing stuff, and you're like, they're kids, but this one looks like it can mess you up a little bit. What do you think about that?
I think this is awesome. I don't know if we've done Kid Riders in the past, but I think this is a super cool idea. Art nailed it. She looks amazing. I'm pumped about it.
I like how, so if one of the little details, and I know this is just like a portrait, so people might not care as much, but there's a daisy on her headband, and the daisy goes from being like a cute like flower, like or whatever, to a sort of glowing vortex in the middle of her head, and it sort of reminds me of like the corruption of magic, which I think is pretty cool. Also, the name is one of the cooler names I think we've had in the game, G the Horror. Yeah. Anyways, that's G, or Yi. Actually, I don't know if it's a soft J. Is it yogging? We don't know. That's not my joke. I stole it from Anchorman. Okay. Now we've got the spell kit. Akuma comes loaded with Invoke Inferno, Incinerating Bolts, Persevere, and Smoke Form. Nines, you designed the dragon, so feel free to give any insights in the chat. And RDM, why don't you tell us how this dragon actually works when you play it?
Yeah, you saw a little bit in that video that we got to have this time, which is super cool. This dragon is focused on alternating between its smoke form cloak and using its Invoke Inferno shot with Incinerating Bolts to take out high priority targets. So like you saw in the video, you'll be doing a lot of cloaking to dodge big attacks, or when you first arrive at an island with a lot of enemies on it, and then you're going to fire your Invoke Inferno probably right before you cloak, and then you have Incinerating Bolts to shoot a projectile to take out that next high priority Ice Flak or Earth Flak. And then, you have a little shield that gives you the rage marks. Also, another thing you can use when your cloak isn't up. And it's a pretty straightforward but really fun dragon to play, I would say.
Cool. I like Akuma. Great discount dragon. Everybody's probably going to get Akuma, so I expect to see a lot of Akuma flyers. What else do we got? Up here is Akuma's runes and glyphs. Got the epic rune, legendary rune, and mythic glyph of Persevere. You can check that out later. Pretty simple and familiar rune. Actually, I think these rune stats will be persistent across all of our dragons this first wave. All right, now we have Tsumat. Tsumat is maybe one of my... I think it's my favorite designed dragon of the wave. I always have a favorite going back to Marav. I liked Nebulon. Who else did I like? Azrael, of course, was dope. But Tsumat might be my favorite from this wave. What do you think? What do we got here? What are we looking at?
Yeah, I love the look. I think the armor is super cool. I really like the wing caps thing going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's awesome. And the background on this dragon, like, that's a place I want to visit. It's got like a rainbow mist going on back there.
Yeah. Where do you think? So where do we think? So this feels to me like, God, like Southeast Asian, some kind of, or maybe even Maori. I can't tell where those designs come from. I could also see Indian, like something from the Indian Empire. And I'm trying to, or maybe Nepalese because they're in the mountains. Maybe it's sort of a mixture of all of that. But it definitely feels very unique. And I don't think we've had a dragon design exactly like that, in my opinion. I love the skull on the chest, whatever that bracer is called. It's body armor. I love the huge headdress. As a matter of fact, big headdresses. I could see Aztec, Mayan. This dragon is very, very cool. I love the torn wings. Again, it's a battle hardened warrior.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of like an armored night dragon, but not in the traditional, at least Western way. Like right. It's wearing its suit of armor into battle, but it's not a suit of armor that we're used to seeing. So I think that's really great, really cool.
Yeah, I think it feels it feels ancient and very like formal and like honorable to me. That's
Yeah, there's a power to the mystery, I feel like, in the armor. Like you said about the skulls and stuff. Like you don't know what they do, but they seem meaningful and powerful, and I think that's a great design.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Sumat. Let's go ahead and see what's under the hood. Nine's insight was this dragon is cool. So I'm glad we have Nines in chat. And then, I'm just kidding, Nines. We do love you there. All right, Sumat is a legendary Earth warrior. Sumat's portrait is Mal Morta. Okay, this is definitely feeling more Aztec/Mayan in design now, because I think Mal Morta's portrait. Oh, it's even got Sumat's skull chest thing.
Yeah, on the chest there.
Oh, that's super cool. I have not really looked at that yet. Okay, that's Mal Morta. That's the portrait for Sumat. Let's see what Sumat's got in terms of spells. He's got Armor of Stone, Rock Barrier, Avalanche Breath, and Boulder Drop, which you have to say like that. As a matter of fact, it's written incorrectly. It should be Boulder Drop. I sound like a radio DJ from, the 50s. You know that song?
Yeah.
You know that song? Okay, I thought you only listened to like heavy metal and emo. So I'm like, does he know classic rock?
All right.
I believe that Nines was around when that song was written. Nines is 107 years old. Nines, tell us if you know what song I was talking about. All right, RDM, I'm gonna shut up because I talk too much. Tell us about Sumat and Boulder Drop.
Yeah, so this is one tanky dragon. We've got Armor of Stone, which, it gives you 80%. I guess you don't know unless you've read it before I say it. It gives you 80% damage reduction. So you're already super tanky out the gate just by toggling that on and off. Rock Barrier is another really cool move that we've only seen a few times previously in War Dragons. Spells like this, where you place up 2 boulders, and as they get hit, they kind of break away. And it blocks 2 full shots entirely. The weakness there being, of course, if it gets hit by a beam, it gets destroyed instantly. And then we have the good old Boulder Drop to take out a high priority target, along with Avalanche Breath to give you that damage boost that you need to burn things down. So overall, incredibly tanky, puts that armor to good use. Super fun to fly, really cool design. I think Nines did a really great job pulling in the armored look into the design of how the dragon actually flies. You really feel like you're wearing that big, heavy armor.
Nice. Nines, great job with the design. Sumat is one of the coolest dragons I've seen. I guess it's time for the Mythics. Nines is singing your praises, RDM, in chat. I'm says,
pretending not to see it. But.
I know you see it. He's always super low key, though. RDM, what are you like when you're not at work? Let's get insight into your real life here. Besides stealing my girlfriend Jessica, which
Veronica.
What?
Veronica.
Oh, Jessica's our nickname. That's what because I know her better. That's what we call her. Veronica. All right. So, what do you like when you're not at work? What's your favorite thing to do when you're not designing dragons?
I spend a lot of time playing online games with my friends, so that's mostly what I do.
Wow, you sound a lot like our players. I love that.
Yeah.
And you also got a new...
Oh, my puppy!
Got a new puppy!
That's what you're talking
yes!
about. Yeah, I got a new puppy recently.
Are you gonna go onto the forums later and post videos of your puppy?
Yeah, would you guys like to see that? Let me know in chat if you want to see puppy pictures.
Chat.
For my corgi. And
Put
then
it up there in chat.
If it seems like you guys are interested, I'll do that after this stream.
I don't have any lovable or cute things around my house, so I can't do any of that. So Nines, you're going to have to take care of it. There's a puppy in Nines' house. Not Nines' house, RDM's house. I just read Nines' name. Nines, do you have a puppy? Nines, tell us in chat. Okay, next up we have... Actually, we've got another surprise for everybody. I'm just loaded with surprises. Oh, well, actually, here's Sumat's Runes and Glyphs. Same number scheme, basically, as the last glyph, the Runes and Glyphs of Avalanche. So, Nines, I believe, named the Runes and Glyphs. So, the names of the Runes and Glyphs used to be a little confusing because they didn't have anything to... I mean, they had something to do thematically with what was going on, but I think Nines was like, you know what? I'm going to just name it after the spell that it affects, which I think is pretty useful, if not imaginative in sort of a different way. Okay. Oh, Kinarix! Yes! Alright, so Kinarix is a return to form for War Dragons because this is like the super version of the other Kina dragons. Right?
Yeah, this is the third new, so the fourth total Kinara rebirth. This one's super cool. This is, armored warrior leader Kinara, like banner carrier, flagship Kinara. What she would be like, or what she is like as the leader of the forces, a massive army. Super cool. Love her 4 wings, by the way.
Do we have any? We have 4-winged dragons, don't we?
Yeah, we have quite a few, but Kinara's is Kinara the first 4-winged dragon? I think she is.
That was me opening up a super alcoholic can of beer, by the way, in case anybody was wondering how I'm getting through this. Lots of leisurely. I'm
drinking water out of this frozen cup from the theaters.
That's vodka. Let it go. Ah! That was a double. All right. That's Kinarix. Nice. Yeah, very nice. I love Kinarix. I like how Kinarix is still sort of... So, one of the cool things about Kinarix, and again, this background art, you see the war banners below Kinarix. You see the, I guess, the trebuchet projectiles coming out. What are the projectiles called? They're just... Well, they're shot? I don't know what those are called. Boulder? I don't know what they actually call the things you shoot out of trebuchets. Maybe somebody who's got some medieval warfare knowledge in the chat can tell me what they call those. But the trebuchet shots are flying. But the interesting thing about Kinarix and sort of comparison to the other dragons is Kinarix's armor, it seems really nice, and it's also got this like sort of ethereal, maybe even sci-fi element to it, which is much different than our other dragons. And so when you think about like different types of like factions in warfare, we've already seen a couple. We've got sort of the Mayan Aztec Sumat. We've got Kinarix, who's come from, it seems like a technologically advanced I don't know. So something with some glowy stuff. And then of course we have Ikuma, who had, or maybe Ikuma, let's say it like that, had sort of this jade look, which was also pretty exotic looking. So it's interesting to kind of keep that in mind, because all of these things will play into the lore. Everybody, we're getting pretty close to incorporating every aspect of the game together. So it's super holistic, which I love.
It's cool to think about how the wars broke out all over all of Atlas. So all these dragons look different because they're fighting in different regions of the world. But the Celestial Rift was so impactful that it caused tons of skirmishes to break out all over the planet.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Kinarix is a mythic dark sorcerer. We know this. All right, Kinarix's spell kit comes with Frontline Sacrifice, Opening Salvo, Barrage, Overlord's Assault, which alternates between Bulwark and Overlord's Assault. Tell us about it.
All right, so I'm going to be honest at first. I have not spent enough time playing Kinarix to master this spell kit. Frontline Sacrifice is a dragon that comes out at the beginning automatically. It's an automatically summoned dragon that takes a whole bunch of damage for Kinara. And then you have the 2-part spell, Overlord's Assault. That's why it looks a little weird there. You start with Bulwark, and then after that is on cooldown, it changes into Overlord's Assault, and then you switch back again. Overlord's Assault, also pretty interesting spell. We know Krelos is a well-loved dragon in the community. This is not similar to the speed boost that you get from Krelos. I saw on the forum some players were worried about that. It is not that fast. It is a small speed boost. It's still 3 seconds long. But you will not be flying over islands super, super fast.
Are we ever going to see another Krelos?
That's a good question. We're thinking about the impact that Krelos had and whether or not we want to bring it back in a different way. I think that Overlord's Assault is a good first step here to see how players feel about kind of a a toned down version. And then depending on the feedback we get from that, who knows? Maybe we'll see another Krelos. Maybe we will never see Krelos again.
I want a Krelos second iteration, sort of how Canarix has multiple, and I want that Krelos to be like a little bit faster. And then his final iteration, just the game. Just that's when the game. If you really want to break your phone, you'll get the third Krelos.
We kind of have that third Krelos experience in Assault. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
If you use Krelos in Assault, you get the super futuristic Krelos experience.
It breaks your phone. It transcends technology. All right. It affects not only your in-game day, but your real life as well. That's Krelos' third iteration. Let's move on to our next and final dragon after we see the runes. Here we are. All right, now we have Jolkan. Jolkan is maybe the most regal dragon of a bunch, and just like for Akuma, we have a little surprise for Jolkan. And I will return. All right, chat. Ooh, look at Jolkan's model.
Jolkan is a versatile hunter that rewards quick decisions and accurate spell use. Jolkan's passive provides a constant bonus to attack damage and gives the dragon significantly more rage generation than most hunters. Jolkan's offense comes from a combination of 3 spells, 2 of which alternate their castings with each other. The first, Prison of Zul, calls back to the instigator of the rebellion against the Celestials. It freezes targets that it hits for several seconds, allowing Jolkan to lock down troublesome towers while blasting away at the main thread. Jolkan's Call of Justice spell alternates between a white, single-target damage spell called Call of Freedom and the base spell, Call of Justice, which is a red single-target damage spell. Both spells deal enough damage to destroy a tower and provide a small amount of healing. However, the red call provides more and comes with a longer cooldown. Getting the most out of the red call spell considerably increases Jolkan's damage output and survivability. Like many hunters, Jolkan relies on a cloak to evade damage. Jolkan's Counter-Strike spell is a rapid-use variant of Cloak that replenishes ammo and offers a significant increase in damage to Jolkan's attack. This bonus adds to the dragon's passive damage increase when it is active. Jolkan was a champion of good who lived in the far north and joined Zul's rebellion against the Celestials with pure intent. Jolkan's allegiance to the rebellion caused many to question the celestial motives and brought others into the rebellion. Now fighting as a partisan mostly on its own, Jolkan still believes that freedom and justice must triumph.
Yeah, boy. That's Jolkan. Okay, so after seeing Jolkan in flight, I like Sumat a lot, but I think Jolkan's coming around for me. I like the way he looks. Stoic bird, looks very proud, prideful, proud? Looks proud, yeah. Love a Jolkan.
All those scars, too. Like, he's unfazed by his scars.
Oh, I didn't even notice the scars. That's so awesome.
I like his tail, too. Something about that really long tail that comes out there. It's, like, very unique. Mm-hmm. Very defining for me. But, yeah, love this. I love the look of this dragon. Our team did a fantastic job. He even has, like, the scratches look like scratches, but they also on his chest piece, it looks like he's like tallying like his kills.
Oh, interesting.
His confirmed kills or something. Super cool. There's so much personality on this dragon.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, all right. Good. I didn't even notice that. You looked really close at it. I need to pay more attention. I was like, that's a bird. And you're like, but look at all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah.
Nines and I spent a long time looking at this picture. So.
Oh, that's right. I think I've said this before, but when you and other designers design a dragon, you also like really, really check out the picture, huh?
Yeah, we try to draw a lot of inspiration. Luckily, recently lore has been playing a big part in the seasons and the artwork. But we try to draw a lot of inspiration from the individual artwork as well when we're designing the dragons. So we spent a lot of time looking at this.
Awesome. Yeah, Jolkan's awesome. Let's check out Jolkan's spell kit. All right, he's an ice hunter. Yep, that's right. I should know this by now. Jolkan isn't, I'll say it more confidently. Jolkan is an ice hunter. You might recognize that voice from the videos. It's okay, I'm famous. Here's Shawkan Spell Kit, Prison of Zool, Counter-Strike, Call of Justice, which houses Call of Freedom and Call of Justice, and Unfailing Spirit. Give us more insight to his spell kit.
Cool. Yeah. So I really think the videos are super awesome because you kind of get to see the gameplay, and I don't have to just describe what it will be like to play the dragon. And they're all piloted really well in those videos. So yeah, this is kind of a recap of what you saw in that video. Call of Justice is once again a 2-part spell. It fires a white version of a Death Gaze-ish spell, and then it follows it up with a red version to get you back to the white again, which is pretty cool. That's why you see it in that format on the slide there. Counter-Strike is a very, very brief cloak, which gives increased breath attack damage and restores ammo. This is a lot like Silent Swoop, which you might know from another bird-looking dragon. Very cool, very short cooldown cloak, so you can do a lot of skill expression with timing your dodges and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, super cool, really well designed, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Tactical, very tactical dragon to fly.
All right. In your personal opinion, of all of the dragons that we have this wave, which one will the most skilled flyers fly, and which one is probably the easiest dragon?
I don't want to speak for the community.
You designed the dragons. You can speak for them. Well, it's got kind of a little jaw can right here, by the way. Look at him. Anyways, I didn't realize. Yeah, so which one? Nines, which one do you think as well in chat?
Yeah, I'm a little biased towards Jalkan being the more expert dragon, but I do feel like Ikuma takes a lot of discipline to properly time, because invokers aren't easy. Maybe I'm just bad at invokers, but somewhere between Ikuma and Jalkan, I would say those are the skill ones.
Okay.
And then I would probably say Sumat is the easiest dragon to fly.
Okay. Now we have some GPF members in the chat. GPF members, you should also weigh in based on, because I think you did the most testing. Who do we have in chat right now in the GPF? I guess you can out yourselves. I don't know. To identify yourselves. There it is. And then I think are we done? No, we still got a little bit more to talk about. Let's see. By the way, just as a reminder, everybody, we'll be taking questions at the end of the stream, which will be happening in the next few minutes. And you can ask questions about the season, about the dragon design. Those are the people we have in chat. Live events and stuff we might know about, but we don't have live events folks in here. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, we've still got the writer. That's right. There's Jalkan's runes. Look at this dumb guy who made this chart. It was me who forgot to take out the little blue underlinies. Like, what? Just do a little extra work. Okay. And finally, we have Maribel. That's our writer, an offensive writer. Oh man, Maribel's dope looking. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we got a little storm hair going on. It's white hair. She's got a cool spear. Right? It's storm hair. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah. Storm did also have white hair.
Storm is the only person in history who's had white hair, so Maribel is also rocking white hair. Also got a killer suit on. I don't know Maribel's lore. Did you think of any, or did you see it?
I don't know it. I didn't work on it, but I do know that she was designed to pair with Kinarix as far as her looks.
Okay.
I think the art team did a great job. You can kind of see that they have the similar like glowing parts on their armor, and they have the same color scheme, so they look great together. I believe, I don't know for sure, Nines can confirm in the chat, I believe that this rider's actual abilities are meant to boost Kinarix and Jalkan, that she's tailor-made to be a great rider.
Is that the first time we've really done a tailor-made rider?
I think we've done a tailor-made rider in... what was that one called? Eclipse, I believe. But I can't remember. Oh, confirmed. Yeah, Nines confirmed. Yeah, so she's tailor-made to go with the Mythics this season.
Eclipse had my favorite writer of all time, whose name I forget. Venus.
Oh, yes.
Because that's the best art I've seen. I forget names all the time, by the way. I still am not on a squad anymore because I don't play right now because I'm very busy. But how did I switch screens? Okay, this is Maribel. I'm an offensive rider meant to be paired with Jolcan or Canarix. And let's see what her skills are. Okay, we've got actually a somewhat truncated skill list this time around. Sometimes it's a little bit longer, but I think then this is nice because it has a very specific focus. Increase dragon attack, increase rage, increase HP, increase sorcerer. There's a sorcerer's dragon HP, but not hunters. Wait, this list might be incomplete. I don't know. We'll check that out.
I think the big thing that you want to talk about here is that it says increase hunter ammo 2 times, and that is not a mistake. That's actually 2 hunter ammo, which is a big deal.
Whoa!
Yes.
Who did that? Who broke the game? That's going to break the game. We're done. We're going to get new jobs now.
If everyone can't defend their bases anymore because hunters have one more shot, it's PG9's fault. This was...
You backstabber! Well, Nines, did you hear that? Oh my god!
It's very cool. I'm really excited. I do like to fly hunters, so pretty excited to get my hands on Maribel and see how it changes some of my favorite dragons like Mordred. Should be a really fun combination.
What I'm hearing, by the way, is that you convinced Nines through guile and deceit to add an extra ammo to Hunter because you fly Hunter. Hunters are already the strongest dragons in that. What are we doing here, man?
Whoa,
what are we doing? Hunters are the best. We all know it.
No.
I tell people I'm a hunter in real life because I want to be the best, and they don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't fly only hunters. I fly everything because I...
That is a lie. You know, around the office, we call you the Hunter Flyer. It's not a clever nickname, but that's what we call you.
You call me Hunter Fly. It's an insult, yeah.
Yeah. Hunter Fly is what we... Any players or employees that just fly hunters, we call them Hunter Flies. It's an insult. Community, do what you can with it. Hunter Flies. If you ever see anybody be like, I know what you're up to, Hunter Fly. And it can be, you got to say it with a little bit of disgust and oil. Now, I am really cool because I am an invoker jockey. That's what I fly. It's the only thing I want to fly.
Ooh.
Actually, the only dragon I fly is Krellos, to be honest. I don't even know who the rest of the dragons are. So, I'm like, the other ones have names, I'm sure they do, and I'm sure they're fine. I just like Krellos. Even if I'm losing at bases, I just like to go fast. I need to play a racing game. We need to have a racing event. Can we do that?
That is a good question. I wonder if we could do... It would have to be on the other map that we use for Assault, because that map's like really long.
Okay.
But... yeah, it could be interesting. We'd have to ban Krellos, but it could be interesting to have...
We are not banning Krellos. I hate that you said that right in front of me after I just told you. Instead of drag racing, it's dragon racing. We can actually still call it drag racing. That's a new event, everybody. I just came up with it. Continue to give PG all your money. We just came up with the best event. Now you have a different game with our dragons. We're going to chalk that up as a win. Chalk that up as a win. I'm going to buy myself a new Maserati.
I think we have that event, and it's called Atlas.
It's called Atlas?
Yeah, Atlas Wars. I think that's...
I don't believe you.
That's the
I don't believe
event.
you. You're a liar. Okay. That is a lie. All right, we got one final slide to go through. All right. Yep, that's Maribel. She's got wind, earth, and ice. Craftable rider shards. I think that's it. Did I have an extra slide with the tower? Oh, I don't. That's really sad. I actually thought I included some of the art for... Where's just talking? I included some of the art for the upcoming tower, and I did not. All right, we're back. Oh, come on. Can you just work
It's nice to be back, yeah.
Nice to be back. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the main presentation. We showed you a couple videos. We talked about a couple new things coming up. New tower coming. We talked about how Krellos is the best dragon in the game. We learned a new insult today. What is it? Hunter Fly? That we all know. And that's it. So let's answer some questions. Okay, as a reminder, you've got the community manager here, moi, You got a designer down there. You got, how do I point to Nines? Nines is over there on the chat window. So if you have any questions about design, upcoming seasons, inspirations for the seasons, game design, all stuff you can ask us. Let's go ahead. I'm going to start looking at the chat now. So if you ask questions before I didn't see them. All right. When are the demo vids getting released? We're going to release the demo vids on Tuesday when the dragons are released. You'll see them. As a matter of fact, every dragon has the demo vid linked in their branch, so you can see that. Just like it always has been. All right, what else do we got? Oh, where's the noob community person? PG Timber is in Europe, so he's probably sleeping. All right, mildly amusing answers 90 seconds too late. You're welcome. That's Nines. There's a new tower. Yes. When do we get a portrait from the season leaderboard? Okay, I actually meant to include the portrait from the season leaderboard in this presentation. What I'll do after this is I'll post it in my office hours for this week, the new portrait. It's pretty cool looking. The new currency with the tower. Do we have a new currency? Do you know that? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately.
I'm not sure. But I don't remember that. Do we know what starting PvP it is with crystal caves or pits? We don't, game. Raider, I can look that up. Make sure to ask in my office hours. Does the breath buff still work if you end cloak early? Does anybody know? Nines?
It does not. I'm pretty sure it does not work if you end cloak early.
Okay. With crafted rider shards, will we get some of the past riders available? I think we're thinking about that. Nines, you might actually have the answer to that. Joe Fate, ask Nines. New tower, new RSS. I don't think so. I don't think the new tower need new currency. No new currency. Can you elaborate a bit on the new tower? Not really. You can't see Kanaris. Oh, jeez. Now there's tons of questions. Oh, we have a lot more viewers than we normally do. I think it's because I announced it a little earlier. That's a lesson learned.
There's a lot of good questions too that we can answer.
What's the next event? I don't know, Defender, off the top of my head. Can you elaborate a bit on the new tower? No, we saw that. Full insect dragon, unlikely for a while. Zool was kind of an insect dragon. Does the Invoker's smoke spell increase the dragon's invoke shot damage?
Sorry, what was the question?
Does the Invoker's smoke form spell increase the dragon's invoke shot damage?
That's a good question that we probably need Nines to answer, but I'm pretty sure that it increases regular breath attack damage and not spell damage. And since the invoke shot counts as a spell in the code, it would not increase the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know what the new tower is called? Do we want to name it?
We do know what it's called. I don't know if we're announcing it because the name is a pretty clear description of what it will be.
Right.
So if we give them the name, they'll know exactly what it is.
We know exactly what's going on, so we're not going to tell you the name. It's a really cool looking tower that is back within the fantasy theme. If you want to know what it looks like, so we're not going to have any sort of sci-fi cool. or like horror towers that we've seen. Although I thought those were cool. Do we know what the tower is called? Yes. Is it correct that using Jawcan's legendary rune and mythic glyph will reduce Counter-Strike's cooldown to 0? Hoping that's not a mistake. I don't know if the math works out that way. I'm not great at math, 7.
It might. We can ask Nines. Nines worked on those runes, so
Nines,
he'll know.
Is it correct that using... This is a question coming from YouTube, so we can't read it. Nines, is it correct that using Jawcan's legendary rune and mythic glyph will reduce Counter-Strike's cooldown to 0? I'll read your answer once I see it. Oh, man, I'm really far back. There's so many people here.
I have one on... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I have one on YouTube from On the Wings of a Dragon. It says, how do you come up with the dragon and rider names? Which I think is a really fun question. Most of the time, for me personally, it's not decided by one person, by the way. This is a group. Usually it has Gal in it, Nines, myself, Lacrame, Lawson, some other PG members. Sorry that I didn't name you if you're watching. Anyway,
they're working.
Anyway, a lot of the times there are references to real life things or stuff like that. Like Icaros from Celestial is a reference not to the god Icarus, well, kind of, but also to the space sail that currently exists, that it looked very similar to. Maravel comes from the Spanish word, or Marav comes from the Spanish word Maravella. Hueso, of course, means bone in Spanish. So some of the words, if you Google search their names, you might find something close that gives you a hint. But a lot of the time we start based off of what they look like or what they're a reference to. and then we dragon it up. Most of the time we get cheesy stuff when we do that, though. So then we just try to just work together with designs that we think fit more accurately. The art team that is unfortunately not here plays a big role in the naming of riders and dragons as well. Because when they're working to design them and draw them up, they kind of have some ideas in their head about who this person is and what their name is and what their story is. And that influences the work that you ultimately see. So a lot of the times we stick with those names too. And there you go.
Okay. We don't know what the new tier is called yet. Nine's answered that. Jeez, there's so many questions. We're not going to be able to answer all the questions every day. There's a lot more people here than normal.
Nine's confirmed that the runes do in fact make the cooldown 0. So it's very similar to Silent Swoop.
Cool. There's a taco tower that shoots cheese coming out. Will the Rider's 100% ammo buff result in unlimited ammo? I don't know. Saphira.
100% ammo buff? Oh, I think that's just the way that it looks. It's 1. It just gives you 1 more ammo.
Oh, right, right. It's 100% right of ammo.
Yeah.
Are we going to have the same 600 Draconic cap in the festive line? I think so, Demerkin. I think we're not changing that. But I'm going to say I think that with the caveat that I might be wrong. So just keep that in mind. Although, by the way, that's the caveat for everything we say on stream. We're trying to give you the truth, but it might change for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So just wait until it's in the game. That's how you'll know. And even then, when it's in the game, we might change things depending on how it plays. Will Axii have any changes to spells or buffs? Now, you designed the new Axii, right?
Yeah, the new Axii I am working on. Changes to spells or buffs. That is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Axii's original spells are pretty good, and we don't want to take out any spells like Rainbow Shot, which are very popular, or Elemental Bubble. Those are kind of defining Axii spells, which leaves us 2 spots to edit. We're trying to keep Axii as close to the original feel as possible. There may be buffs to spells if we feel like level 120 or 130 Axii can't fight level 130 towers properly. But we're not thinking about making any big changes.
Okay. All right, next. If Axii is good as the original, we'll not need any buff, somebody says. PG9s, were you around from... It's for 9s. Will we get a new Primarch, please? I don't think so. Lawson is available for help. Man, there's so many questions. Normally we get through these. RDM, your chair with the depth filter makes you look really funny. RDM, it kind of looks like you have your legs behind your head, actually. Because it looks like you have your calves and those are socks. Anyways, that's funny. Just like you're very flexible.
Yeah. I don't know if just doing yoga.
Yeah, just doing yoga. It's the dragon pose. Any plans for a new or another tier of Primarchs? I think we are talking about new. We're not ready to announce it yet, but that's definitely a conversation it's ongoing. The song you're thinking of, that's right, Calypso, FG, everybody. It's the surfing bird. Everybody's heard about the bird. That's correct. We announced Axii already, 9s. Can we get a Firefin Resurrection? Well, we'll think about it. All right, I think we're getting to the end now. People are just talking. How big is the target area for Prison of Zul spell of Jalkan?
I don't know, because I did not work on that spell.
That's for you, 9s.
Which is, that's a 9s one. Maybe 9s knows.
9s, that's a question from YouTube, so you might not have seen it. How big is the target area for the Prison of Zul spell for Jalkan? Okay, who else? What else we got here? Some people are asking for an Alpaca Primarch. I think that's a great idea.
Will the ammo runes stack with the rider? Yes.
Yes.
That's going
to be very powerful.
Yeah, you can use the runes and the rider to get lots of breath attacks.
I think I'm caught up.
Very cool.
Honey Badger Prim. Got to love the chat delay between your streams and user. Yes, Sammy.
Okay,
I think we're it.
9 says that the radius is pretty big.
Pretty big.
What did we discuss last time? We said that we were going to come in with a uniform unit turn. Yeah, a unit term. What was it? Was it like tower plots?
Oh, it's plot. Yeah, that's right.
Plots. Plot. Yeah. So it's 17 plots. There you go.
17 plots.
17 plots.
There is a new tier coming. We don't know the name. It's not coming. Did we just release a new tier? I feel like we just did that. all of the work starts to run together. Corona. Yeah, Corona, that's what it's called. The coronavirus has made all my time... Like, in my head, we just did Sunscorch. Like, Krellis is a new dragon to me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Like house plots. Ghost Rider, don't be dark. Plots like a cemetery. Okay. Plot of land. Yeah, that's right. Why does Kynargs have attack runes instead of HP runes?
That is a good question for Nines as well. He made the Kynargs runes.
Kynargs.
He probably... Kynarus spells use a lot of attack-based damage. I'm trying to think about what her spell kit is so I can determine if that's true or not, but I'll just let him answer when he gets around to it.
That's crazy, 69. Are you calling me Gelato? I think he thinks my name's Gelato, not Galileo.
Gelato.
Not a bad name. I like Gelato.
PG Gelato.
That's actually a pretty good name.
Yeah.
PG Gelato.
Will there be some equipable resists for newer towers? My old towers have these currently, or only old towers. Oh, you're talking about like lightning resist and cannon resist, the equipable spells. We do not have plans to put them in. The first steps that we've kind of already taken into that territory is we're releasing dragons that have these resists baked into them. We released last season Crystal Howitzer resist and Dracul Pylon resist, and the mythics for the most recent season also have Crystal Howitzer resist in them. So first, since they're very powerful, we're giving them to dragons, and then maybe somewhere down the road, eventually they will make an appearance as equipables, but probably not anytime soon.
Okay, I think we're about done. The delay is, I don't know. I actually don't even know what the delay is. I see it. So it's probably, I wonder if it's like 30 seconds. It'd be funny if it was like, we asked that at the beginning of the stream, my guy. All right. PG Nines. So yeah, the reason Nines, I think as people might have heard, the reason Nines doesn't appear on camera is that he doesn't want his team to know who he is. Nines is a very powerful and important player in War Dragons, and so we can't have him reveal himself. So he might come in with like a silhouette and like a voice changer. So he'll be like, "My name's PG Nines," and say whatever he talks about. Or he might give him like a really high, goofy one because,
"Hi, I'm PG Nines. I'm here to talk about my dragons."
That's what he normally sounds like, though.
That is what he sounds.
We have
like.
to put a changer on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
The changer is going to make him sound normal.
No, my name is PG Nines. I work on the dragons. It's pretty exciting to go into the office, I guess.
Nine says that the reason that the runes have attack and not HP is because Kynarix has very good defensive spells already. So instead of pushing that HP and defense up higher, instead we're boosting the attack.
Nines is King Dread. Nines is not King Dread. I actually have talked to King Dread before, so that's fun. All right, I think we're done. We're hitting time. It's 5:00 on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets, as Usher would say. I don't have a car, so it's not true. Don't even have streets, really. It's just sort of empty. I live in the middle of nowhere. It's called San Francisco. Everybody, thank you again for joining us. Aftermath will be coming to you live on Wednesday. The blog will be up on Wednesday or Tuesday. We have Monday off because it's Memorial Day in the U.S. And what else do we have going on? The Creators Faction will have tons of new content created for this weekend for you all to check out, to pass along in your line streams or your line, whatever apps that you use. It's not the forums or Facebook or whatever. But I think that's it for us. One thing I want to do before we go is Nines, RDM, I want you to share one fact about yourself and also give a piece of advice to the player base. It can be advice about anything. So I'll start first so you can think. One fact about ourselves, or maybe just like one fun fact. I'm going to do both. Fun fact about myself. What is funny about me? I don't even know.
Am I fun? Even?
Am I funny? Okay, so I'm going to do a fun fact. Sharks have been on Earth longer than trees. I love that fact. It's really fun. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. Funny to think about. And I really like, a fun fact about myself, I travel around the world to see old castles because I love castles. So if you've got any cool castle records for me, hit me up. The next ones I'm going to go see are the Teutonic castles in Germany. I'm going to go see, finally, I'm going to go to Russia and see Red Square and the Hermitage, and then after that, I'm gonna try to go see the Red Fort in India. So those are the things I've got coming up.
Ooh,
piece of advice:
cool.
Call your mom and dad, call your parents, and tell them you love them. If you do, make sure you keep in touch with your family. If you got them, you're gonna miss them when they're gone. That's my good advice. Talk to your mama, and it's up to you. All right, RDM, you're up.
Fun fact about RDM. Well, you guys know I have a new puppy now. That's my fun fact.
It's the best one.
Yeah. I'll share. I saw on YouTube, everybody said, no, go to the next slide. And on Twitch, everyone said, yes, puppy pictures, please. So maybe I'll post some after this. If you're on YouTube, don't check the forums.
I love YouTube. It's just like, we don't want to see your dog.
Get right to the point.
Just shut up and show us the dragons. I'm never going to meet your dog, but I'm going to play with those dragons every day. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, exactly. Word of advice. I would say my word of advice is stay hydrated and check your posture. All of you watching right now, sit up straight in your chairs. You know, keep your feet shoulder width apart. Don't cross those legs, and drink something. Drink some water.
That's really good advice. That's really good advice, actually. All right, so drink water. It's super important, by the way. I'm getting very old. I'm like 78 right now, and my doctor's actually like, you need to drink more water, my friend. So I'm not 78, by the way. You can guess how old I am. Good posture. Yeah. All right, Nines, did you have any advice?
Yeah, Nines' fun fact is in the Twitch chat. He says, fun fact about me, I won a sculpture competition. I cannot sculpt. My entry... Oh, it just got knocked off my screen. My entry was a joke at a sewage plant. Very cool. And then his advice, choose your life partner very carefully and actually talk about money. Agree that you will always make money decisions together and stick to that agreement.
We have some pretty good advice.
Yeah, that's some good
I was
advice.
expecting somebody to drop in with like, don't eat yellow snow or something, but like that was pretty good advice. All right, talk to your parents, drink water, sit straight, talk about money issues early on with your partner, with your life partner. It can also be your roommates, anybody that's a life partner. It doesn't have to be your romantic life partner. If you're going to share money stuff, got to have those hard conversations. Got to be honest with each other. And that's it, everybody. I think we're done. So everybody, au revoir, farewell. We will see you next time, which will be Wave 2 in a few weeks. This is PG Galileo, PGRDM. And there's the dog! Hold on, I'll shut up. Bring the dog. Who is the dog? I had a great sign-off going, but then it ruined it.
No, go ahead and sign off.
No, what's your dog's name?
Hode.
Hode. There's Hode. Look how cute it is. Anyways, this is PG Galileo, PGRDM, Hode, and PG9s signing off. We'll see you in a while. Arrivederci.